Hey everyone, JSD Cool here, and welcome to another episode of Coolcraft Season 4. In the last episode, I did a whole bunch of work on the industrial district here, flattening the whole thing out, building this mob farm and sugarcane farm over here, but of course, that was just one of the many things that I'm doing to work towards getting my base ready to actually be built. As if you have not seen my first episode, or really the second episode, I am planning to build a giant witch farm perimeter for my base here. And to do that, I need to build a world eater, and to build that, I need a lot of different things. So that is why in this episode we are going to be going and building a tree farm over in the industrial district. With that, we are also, of course, going to be building the TNT blast chamber and also a cobblestone generator. As I was preparing the resources for this, I kept running out of cobblestone. Like, man, I need a lot of that stuff. And man, I do not have much of that stuff. I have a lot of stone from mining out the perimeter not the perimeter, but the industrial district over there, but geez, do I need to get going. Anyhow, let's get started with the blast chamber. So I just came into the nether here because I need to get some more resources from elsewhere on the server, and there's a minecart track all of a sudden. I was not expecting this. The TNT blast chamber is constructed, as you definitely saw in the time lapse. But what you didn't see in the time lapse was me actually building the little item collection system thing down here. So I did the walls and floor already with concrete, as I was eventually planning to. I just figured I'd do it right now while I'm putting in the water. And I also had to make this ring here out of obsidian, because otherwise it could actually get blown up by the TNT that I did see in my tests. So do realize this TNT is not in the very center of this contraption. But yeah, because this water pool here actually goes all the way out to the edges of this blast chamber here, but I haven't had it go anywhere yet. It just kind of has items going there. I will eventually obviously have that go into item collections that will then eventually lead over here into the storage system. Speaking of which, I also actually realized I didn't put the sugarcane farm into the storage system area. I definitely will have to go do that soon, but for now, I'm thinking it's time that I go and build the tree farm right about here, because yeah, I need wood. Tree farm has been constructed, although notably I have forgotten to construct an entrance. Yeah, nice try, Super Tyler, man. I can clearly tell that that's a fraudulent diamond that you just mined. Anyhow, but yeah, this is the same tree farm design that I built all the way back in Season 1 and in Season 2. Primarily because this is a very easy tree farm to build. I don't have any saplings or bone meal handy. Obviously I have bones in the mob farm, but I don't currently have any of that handy. I need to create a proper way into this. But anyhow, next up I'm gonna build a cobblestone generator right here in between these two, and then link all these things up to the blast chamber here, and then I guess I gotta build storage. But yeah, cobblestone generator incoming. Cobblestone generator is in, and so are the linking piston mover thingies that will now direct the wood from the tree farm into the blast chamber, as well as the cobblestone from the cobblestone generator. Now, I have put bone meal in the tree farm there. I do have a better system for putting bone meal in there later, but for now, I just have manual order some. Also, I don't have any oak saplings at the moment, so I can't use that right now, but I can use the not tree farm, cobblestone generator here, because it just simply requires me to flick this lever, and then we can get the blast chamber here started. So let's do this. It does appear to be working, yes. Also, oh, right, the server's dying of performance. I need to restart it. Right! Server restart has been completed, and much better, much better. Anyhow, let's get away from all that noise and over here to the blast chamber. So yeah, that's still an annoying glitch of 1.17 that happens to happen. But anyhow, I'm not gonna worry about that because it's not worth worrying about when I can just deal with it for now. But anyhow, yeah, I'm gonna let some cobblestone build up in this thing, and yeah, I'll get back to you, I guess, once I have some saplings for the tree farm. Everything is working as it should. I did have to add a bit of a repeater here in this little thing here, as I realized this is definitely more than 12 blocks. So yeah, that was definitely not an issue at one point. Definitely not. Yeah, so yeah, I've run this thing for a little while. I got a bit of wood here, and yeah, all this is working now. So now I gotta actually hook up all the storage stuff for this. In addition to that, I'm also going to add the bone meal feeding system into this farm. So yeah, I'll be back in a while. Storage system and a bit more has been installed. So as you can see, there are some different things about the tree farm there. I'll come back and show you that momentarily. But down here is where the general storage for the blast chamber is. And I actually have item filters set up here. 3 for the logs and then 3 for the cobblestone, as those are the only 2 things that are currently hooked up to the blast chamber. And eventually we will, once I get more shulker boxes, we'll have shulker box loaders here instead of just these chests. In which case the packed boxes will then be sent back up and out here into where the real storage room for the general industrial district will be. I would have put that stuff out here, except for the stuff that comes in so low that it's way too much effort to put them in here, where I won't have that many actual chests to put stuff in. So, and that requires a lot of redstone and stuff, and it's complicated. It's much easier just to put all the stuff down here and collect the shulker boxes later and just bring them up here. But besides that, you'll see that there's a new line of hoppers added here, and this large item elevator here. So this is the bone meal fueling system for the tree farm here, which I have hooked up to the mob farm there. So when skeletons die, they drop bones and stuff. They come down here, get filtered out. After the bottom chests down there are filled up, all the bones will then be split off into this hopper stream here, which will then take them up this item elevator here into this little extra bone storage system right here, which is about the same size as the ones down there. After the bones pass through this, they go into this automatic bone crafter, or bone meal crafting device here, which will fill up these chests here with bone meal. Once those are all full, it all backs up. So that's pretty much the idea. Bones come from this, crafted into bone meal automatically. I never have to worry about refilling this as long as we have bones, but I will need to AFK at this mob farm more, though. At least it's not going to happen right now because there's a lot of people online. Also, because of that 1.17 issue that I mentioned recently. I think it was last episode with all the pushy, all the pistons and stuff. It makes the server lag. I actually can't run this right now anyway, but yeah. Anyhow, I used up pretty much all of the redstone I have making all of these observers, and I need a bunch of redstone to make the world eater. So I could go mine some more redstone, and I probably will actually do some more strip mining, just generally for resources. Also, I actually gotta organize these chests. I think I'm actually gonna do that yet. But yeah, after I organize all these chests here, so they're not just random assorted, I'm gonna go get working on my redstone supply pre-witch farm, that is. We are now organized, and yeah, so This here, this is all stone in this group of chests here. This is all dirt here, and this is all grass blocks here. And then this final little block of chest here is literally everything else. So we got andesite, granite, diorite, a bit of gravel. And we got the different deep slates I've gotten from when I've done a bit of instant mining at the bottom of the world around here. Empty chest, apparently. And then the assorted ores that I have gathered from mining stuff out in this area. I should fortune these. Anyhow, it's time to go deal with villagers, so that'll be fun. And villagers. It's actually a large amount of space in here that's now been taken up by these villager cell things here. Anyhow, we have this whole aisle here which is full of the toolsmiths, which I trade stacks upon stacks of iron blocks per day. Then we have this aisle here which is full of clerics, which I can use for now at least to get redstone, which will be used for the World Eater. Obviously after the World Eater's run, we're going to have a much easier way to get redstone. But I've already traded for 1 day, and they gave me approximately 2 stacks of redstone blocks in 1 day. So overall, that's pretty good in terms of a redstone output. It'll only take me like 6 Minecraft days in order to get enough redstone to build the World Eater. Of course, I've also made a change here to the bone input system for the tree farm here. Which pretty much this is like a cooldown detector, so if this thing doesn't pop up within the time that this decay clock runs out, it'll try to activate it again, this is in case I unload the chunks and then come back and this thing has, for whatever reason, just stopped working, which has happened a few times. But other than that, I did AFK overnight and at the mob farm, and I got bones backed up to right here, so all this is full. I could actually go use this now, but I would like to get some bones backed up into these chests first. In other news, I've had to expand out the storage for the blast chamber here so that there's 4 chests per item type, so that I don't lose items because they just despawn after a while. Yeah, that's fun. Judy Cool has asked me to come over to his base here and blow up this mountain here so he can put like a train station or something like that here. So I've come over here, gotten to work a bit by building the platform which I'm going to be dropping, I guess, all the TNT from, and a mock-up TNT duper to see where I'm going to be placing this stuff. So yeah, before I actually went and finished building all this stuff, I actually wanted to make a map of this area for a before and after shot of what this place looks like before I came through the TNT and after. So yeah, I'm gonna make that map and get the stuff set up, and we might get another time lapse of this. Nice. This is the before map, which I have already locked. And as you see, we are right there. And this here is the area where we will hopefully be blasting away fairly soon down to a height of about here, I believe. So yeah, now it's time to get building all these flying machines that probably don't have enough resources. But you know, I guess we can do it in sections. And you know, when I do launch flying machines, I guess I'll make a time-lapse of that. And this mountain has been flattened. Of course, I removed all of my different redstone things from the structure that I launched the flying machines from. Of course, I'm not removing that, as that is JRD Cool's job. Ooh, these squids are going to give me some free ink, you say? Thank you. But yeah, the last thing that I'm going to do while I'm here is map out this area again to show the update from this map here. So this is what it looked like before. And this is what it looks like after. You know, yeah, you can tell that the entire change is literally just, this area is now gray. And brown and white, I guess. But anyhow, yeah, there's the change, and I'll just leave these maps somewhere around here. Let's see. Let's just put it in this chest. Yes, and I'll be off to my base now. And so now that that's done, I have actually been collecting quite a bit of coal. Got some coal from while I was there and things were being blown up. And yeah, I'm gonna go mine this stuff down and then see how much I got. But first, actually, I need to build a giant tower of coal. So here is all of the coal placed into the world here. It's fairly tall, it should at least be solid, and it's 6 by 6, I believe. So now it's time to fortune it. Here are the results of not just that, but a whole lot of mining of coal. Now, the reason why I've needed so much coal at the moment is because I'm actually starting to prepare for stuff we're actually going to do at the base. Now, one of the things that I'm going to do is I'm going to, once we get the perimeter, I'm going to try to cover the entire floor in glass, which will take a while to just place, but will also take a bit of a while to smelt. And I've calculated I need approximately this much coal in order to smelt that much sand. So what we're going to do now is we're going to set up a temporary smelting machine that will handle the smelting of that much glass for us. So I'm just gonna build that over here, and yeah, let's get started then. It appears to have come to my attention that something rather interesting has happened here. I don't know how it's happening, but Super Tyler Man is managing to type stuff into chat without having his name included before that. I'm so confused as to how it's doing it. Even the server console doesn't show anyone sending that message. I know I'm not doing it. Big smeltificator thing in. Now, this is just simply chests above furnaces that just dump into other chests here, because that's all I really need to be. When back here, you can see we have just hoppers for extra fuel, which is pointing in there. I've actually already put in the correct amount of fuel that we would need, and also actually filled up all the sand on top and it's powered with this redstone so it can all smelt and be dropped in at the same time. Not gonna do this now, but yeah, this is all ready to go to smelt all the glass that I will need for my base. And it's actually gonna be a little while before I need all that glass for my base, but you know. Hey, next episode we are in fact going to start preparing the perimeter, and I'll probably do some live streams which will happen in between the release of the previous episode and this episode, most likely. Because I'm like almost literally a whole week ahead on recordings. But anyhow, I think I'm gonna go finally end up going AFK overnight at the tree farm here, which I haven't done yet because I really haven't need to. I haven't needed to, and I've been trying to stockpile up on a fair amount of bones here. Only got a couple double chests, but you know, I want more. So it's actually been a couple days, and as you might be able to hear, I got sick over those few days, so I wasn't able to record anything, but that doesn't mean that no progress was done. I primarily did work on the storage system here. As you can tell, there's now a nice glass ceiling over the storage system, and also if I do just go down here, also you can tell in here I have now quartz stairs here, and the walls and floor of this little tunnel here have been done, as well as the walls and floor of this room itself. I also put in a proper storage system, at least for now, for the sugarcane farm, and I did AFK for a bit at the tree farm. As you can see, got a bunch of logs there that goes out to all the way over here. A lot of logs. Anyhow, I also died a couple times because, yeah, Of course I did. Anyhow, yeah, this episode is not actually going to be delayed at all. Because I was actually, but when I got sick, I was actually like 1 week ahead in videos, which was interesting. So that was a nice, useful buffer that I was able to crash in for being able to not record while sick. But so yeah, this video is actually coming out on the 4th of July, which is fun, and yeah, hopefully I'll be better by the 4th of July, but it's a few days away by now. Anyhow, in the next episode, we are finally going to be preparing to build the World Eater slash, I'd have to check my plans, but we might actually be building it, or we might just be preparing it. I'm probably going to do some live streams in the upcoming week of me running TNT dupers and stuff to create a whole bunch of trenches. So that will be fun, stay tuned for that. But anyhow, I'm going to have to say thank you all for watching, hope you enjoyed. Please make sure to like and subscribe, check out the Discord linked in the description, and I will see you all in the next episode of Coolcraft Season 4. Bye.